Hi guys, Bailee from Create Your Future. I am a certified law of assumption coach and I am here to help you awaken your inner euphoria in order to get everything you want. We do still have our super fun contest going on and the details are in the description box below. Be sure to check it out. I'm also so excited to release my new guided meditation to get you guys the contact that you would like from literally anyone. So also feel free to check out my new course that allows you to get your manifestation and sustain it in just 21 days. So feel free to look at any of those things and I'm really looking forward to seeing all the success that comes with it from all of you guys. So today, I want to talk about my favorite technique in the world that really ultimately changed my complete perception on manifesting, and it was told through the lovely Neville Goddard. This is something that you're about to learn how to master to do and get your manifestations in order to sustain them, okay? So before I get into today's technique though, I also really want to disclose that it's not the technique that is making this happen, okay? It is simply you shifting into the state that is specific to who you want to be, you know? So it's the same thing as when we're affirming or we're scripting, any of those things. It's to push you back into getting that state of the wish fulfilled, right? So when you hear people say that though, you know, it's just the state of ultimately having what it is that you want. And I also have another video on how to exactly get into that state if this technique isn't something that you want to use. So feel free to go ahead and check that stuff out as well, guys. So I'm super excited. I just want to bring that to our attention, you know, because as always, we are always reprogramming our mind, okay? And the complete way that we're doing that is we're being aided by these specific techniques in order to do it. And it doesn't look the same to every single person on how exactly we're going to get there, okay? So for me, the reason why, you know, this is one of my absolute favorite techniques in the world is because I love sleeping. I love power naps. I love sleeping, all of that. It's my favorite, you know, it's one of my favorite activities to do. And as you know, we spend a third of our lives doing this. So it's not like you have to go out of your way for this technique. It's literally incorporated into your life and it's something that you're doing regardless. So might as well make it even more fun, right? So this is one of the easiest techniques to do for that reason. Especially though, because you're not gonna have any resistance when you're doing this, because when you're sleeping, our subconscious mind and our conscious mind are just going to become a joint team, and then we're able to impress our subconscious mind with our self-conception, you know, during this time. So it makes the process a lot easier, okay? So a big question I get though is SATs. What are SATs? And SAT is a phrase that just means the state akin to sleep, okay? So it's that drowsy, sleepy state that you get in, you know, right before bed, you know, you're super relaxed. This is also where a lot of people find themselves, you know, when you're about to meditate or any hypnotherapy or even hypnosis, you know, you're gonna be in the state of the theta state. And at this point, you feel asleep, but you're gonna still be really conscious in the sense of you're able to control your thoughts and your feelings and everything that's going on, okay? Your brain is still very active. So when you're in the theta brainwave state, you know, your mind is so much more open to suggestions that you're going to give it, okay? So it's gonna be really easy to kind of influence without any sort of resistance that we would typically have during the day, you know, when we're affirming or doing any of our techniques to help get us back on our mental diet. So now what you're gonna do to get there is you're going to get very clear on what it is that you want, okay? And your primary goal is to just envision your end goal on a loop, okay? Now this could be something, anything really, from, you know, I want longer hair to a job promotion, an engagement, you know, whatever it is that you're wanting. And you're going to imagine the scene as if it's already happened. So I want you guys to hear someone tell you, you know, congratulations on your promotion or your engagement, you know, see that ring on your finger, or, you know, see yourself watching Netflix on that brand new big screen TV that you've been wanting, or, you know, the hairstyle that you want, taking selfies on the beach, you know, whatever it is, just get a short, simple scene and you're going to loop it for 15 seconds. Now, as you're doing this, you're going to want to ignite as many of your 5 senses as you can But if you can only use one, you know, strong sense that you have, it is completely normal, or even just a couple, okay? It's totally fine. So you're gonna find though, when you're having this short scene, the more that you're looping it, the more vivid it's gonna get. So if you're someone that can only see something, maybe you're gonna start to hear the conversations, or you're gonna feel the warm sun, you know, you're gonna be able to just ignite all of your senses, and really, especially the emotional feeling, you're gonna really be able to stimulate that by doing SATs. Because obviously, you know, just think of it as like, you know, you're watching a mini movie, you know. So what you're gonna do, you know, just hold it on the loop for about 10 to 15 seconds. And as you're noticing everything come together, you know, just look at it as, this is my favorite movie scene. I'm just playing it over and over again, okay? That's all it is, just a little mini movie. Don't have to get too detailed, because the more that you guys realize that you're repeating it over and over, the more you're gonna really be able to feel, you know, all these different senses be ignited, okay? So as you fall asleep and just, you know, as you're falling into sleep, your mind is now impressed with the fact that you have the wish fulfilled. And you have to remember, it's gonna keep that on loop for as long as you sleep without any of the resistance. So this is something that, you know, I personally just really love, because I am so big on visualizing. And honestly, it's something that I've done as a kid, and I just had literally no idea what I was doing, okay? Because I would just manifest. I remember doing this from like, you know, like 10 till like 19. I would just practice it during my teenage years. And I remember we would go on Disney vacations, you know, specific gifts. I would even like practice doing it if I wanted a specific food for my mom to cook the next night, and she would always do it. So I think that's why this is one of my favorite techniques, because I've always gotten consistent results with it, and it's something that I practice literally my entire life. So even if it's not something you guys have practiced your whole life, it does work, and it makes manifesting seem a lot more simpler. So it is why, you know, one of my favorite techniques. But it can also take a few nights in a row to do it. So I would recommend to do it for around 3 nights total, to just really impress and just, you know, explore this method. But when I have suggested it to other clients, they do end up typically getting results either that same night or within like the next 2 days. So I just really want you guys to practice and just see if it is something that you're interested in, because it is really cool. But as I was talking about one of my clients, that does bring me to a lovely success story that I get to share with you guys about one of my clients from using SATs. So one of my clients was trying to manifest in a phone call from her SP. And in the midst of doing that, she was affirming, she was visualizing, she was scripting, but these methods just weren't connecting with her. So I suggested for her to do SATs. And at this point, we had been working together for a couple of weeks, but I personally felt that the old story to her was a little bit too combative during the day. So on her first night of doing this, she ended up having a dream about her SP calling her and telling her exactly what she wanted to hear. So at that point, she took that as, you know, she had impressed, because at this point she had been getting no movement to her in the 3D. So when she was practicing SATs, you know, when she first woke up, she would do it if she was taking a power nap, and then she would do it at night as well. Because remember, you guys can do this at literally any point during the day. You don't have to just seclude yourself to only doing it before bed. Okay, you can practice it anytime. If you want to take a quick power nap at 3, do your SATs, okay? So anyway, she was doing this, and her SP ended up calling her the next afternoon, and he ended up telling her everything that she did want to hear, which was really exciting, because I want to remind you guys, she had been practicing, you know, different methods of affirming and scripting and inner conversations, but they just hadn't pushed out yet. But after she got that initial call, all of those things were pushing out for her. So I don't want you guys to think if you're doing any of the work up to this point, it's not going to push out, because it definitely will, you know. It's gonna go noticed, everything's gonna be, you know, reprimanded, you're gonna get everything you want in your 3D, but maybe SATs can just give you that initial push in order to get what it is you want, you know, because for her, just doing the SATs, it gave her subconscious, you know, the little initial push that she needed just to get that contact in order to get all the results. You know, so if they helped her, I know for sure they can help you guys, because you're going to see the instant movement really once you start practicing this. And I feel like if you're in a stuck or a stagnant place even too, it can really just give you that oomph to just get all your stuff ready, okay? So if you guys want to practice SATs and see if they are the technique for you, I want you guys to go to sleep and just imagine the prettiest white roses, okay? And, you know, ignite all of your 5 senses if you want to, but just kind of envision them, you know, on your counter, your nightstand, and do it for the next 3 nights. And I want you guys to comment down your successes below, okay? Because I actually practiced this to do it, and my friend brought me the prettiest yellow roses. So I'm so excited. I was so happy. But that's why I love sats. See, I always get what I want when I use them. But if you guys also have any super cool SAT success stories, I also would love to hear all about them. If you found this video helpful, you know, like and comment down below. And if you want any help uncovering your blocks or getting your manifestations, feel free to book with me. Keep focusing on what it is that you do want, and remember to give yourself grace and be grateful for the journey you are on. I intend this video helped every single person out there watching, and I hope that you are enjoying your manifestations and more. Goodbye, love bugs, and I will see you next time.